stop it.
That definitely shocks people. They're just very surprised at that
Yeah.
number. And you started to talk about a little bit about the opioid, and I know the meth is increasing, and I keep hearing that when I go to different meetings and conferences and so on. Can you talk about what we're attempting to do in Sheboygan County to meet those challenges?
Yeah, I've been proud when I came here to see county systems. It's very difficult for county systems, specifically, in my opinion, to deal with addiction issues. There's a very small amount of dedicated funding from states which are used towards the addictions. Counties then need to decide, with all the mandates of things you have to do, there's not much you have to do in the addiction area. So a lot of counties really don't put a lot toward that because of the challenges of all the other things. Sheboygan County, it's not like we're able to meet the community's needs, but compared to some other counties, it feels really good that there's a bit more than what we have to do, recognizing how it's a driver of family issues and crime in the community and things like that. So we have a pretty solid continuum of services, not trying to replace what might be available in the community. So many times what a county's role is trying to make sure that as much of a continuum can be present, what is truly being addressed. So we have some of those court programs here, and they've been expanded through some additional grants we've been able to find. We have an array of group-type treatment services at the county that people can come to during the days to stay focused on treatment. We have sober living arrangements where if someone has been receiving treatment and needs to stay away from their old patterns, they can, for a short term, stay for 1 month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, be in a place with others who are focusing on staying away from bad habits, just to build some strength in that area. We have some more formal brick and mortar residential treatments we'll contract with for somebody who's really struggling and doesn't have the skills to go get those. It can take people 7 attempts at trying that hospital systems can't and others can't. There's some designs in the state programs that we offer that allow us to get out there with people. If someone's really struggling with addiction and they come into an office for an hour, that's a different person than if you meet them in the community, at a coffee shop, at their home, and have the same conversation. You see a different person and you're working on it.
Suffering in that area too, and we attempt to do that, and we're looking at trying to expand some of those situations within our court system to help those people, and we'll see how that goes. I'm cautiously optimistic on that, so I think we could do it. Any other initiatives that you can see that in 2019 your department is going to be involved in?
Yeah, we have some things that's kind of fun and exciting. Asking us, will you come in for 1 or 2 months with the family's permission, but get to know this child, see if you can help understand why something has happened, if it's related to mental health, what might be they eligible for, providing some treatment in that month or 2, but then getting them set up somewhere. So we called that the Child Assessment Team, and that began this year, and there's been 9 referrals so far. And Adam, I haven't even shared this, but the state asked us if we were interested in expanding that. They have a grant that they'll be sending us information about that they weren't able to award to anyone yet. And so we may have a chance to make that a little bit stronger. So that's exciting. We also have Healthy Sheboygan County 2020 is really a large, it's not just ours as a county. It is us trying to facilitate, primarily through the health department, the community looking at wellness as a whole in the community and focusing on various areas. A lot of needs assessment and a lot of planning has been done recently, and new groups are kicking in this year to be looking at things such as where are the weaknesses and access points for substance abuse and mental health. What else can we do as a community related to addictions in general, but probably opioid or meth in particular, even though there's other addictions as well, just making sure that we're looking at that as a group. So new initiatives, new working teams have started. We added a child protection supervisor, thanks to the support from our board members this past year. with the complexity of cases and the number of cases, workers face tough decisions and need to have adequate. That's begun within the last 2 months. And soon, hopefully in the next month or two, one of our previous supervisors, Dale Dieterding, who isn't with us anymore, unfortunately, did a lot of work to look for additional resources for rural transportation, which can be so difficult, and was able to secure funding for 2 more minibuses that can serve rural areas. And those are on site and protocols being developed so that hopefully.
It's budget season here in Sheboygan County and in the state, and the Health and Human Services Department, as Tom mentioned earlier, most of what we do is state mandated, yet in many cases there aren't the funds there, adequate funds to really meet the needs of the community. So it's a combination of state funds, county funds, and we do the best we can with the limited resources here. And I think our staff at the Health and Human Services Department are second to none. Wonderful, hardworking, caring people doing the best. Website.
Well, we do have the website, the Sheboygan County website. Definitely has a Health and Human Services area. That works well for people comfortable with technology, that are able to give us messages through that. Telephone works, that's listed on there too.
And that's listed too. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. As I mentioned, next month, another new department head, Todd Richter, is going to be joining us, Veteran Service Officer. He's co-located now with the Aging and Disability Resource Center, which provides wonderful collaboration opportunities. So until then, thanks for joining us. Have a good spring, and we'll see you soon.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of Psychic Medium Tony G. I'm so excited and honored to be here with you. First and foremost, I want to thank WSCS, Scott, Rich, Ron, Sarah, and Rob, because 2 of my shows won awards in the Midwest Media Awards thing. I can't think of the name of it, but the Midwest Media Awards. And Create a Life You Love won an award, and Psychic Medium Tony G won an award. And none of this is possible without these guys. I just sit here and I just basically show up. They do all the work behind the scenes and provide the venue to do this. So I cannot express how honored and grateful I am to have won that award and to have won it with the most amazing, kindest, most loving people on the best station there is. So thank you guys so very, very much. This is Psychic Medium Tony G. I can now say award-winning show. Can I say that? I can. I think I can. Okay, enough about that. We're here today because people have questions or they want to make connections to loved ones on the other side. If I click and say your area code, please give me your name and where you're calling from, and then let me know what question or connection you want to make. Remember, my phone line is always full, and I try to. I'm excellent. Thank you so much for asking. How can I help you?
Basically, I'm going back and forth between 2 offers I have received for a housing situation. So whether to go with housemates that would be 3 girls or housemates that would be 3.
I'll sit here and wait.
Okay, got it.
You got it? Good.
Okay.
Good. So you know which option in your head is option A and which option in your head is option B, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm hearing you need to go with option B. It's more of a long-term resolution. It's going to be a better fit for you, and you're going to feel much better once you're in that situation. Option A is going to be a little bit complicated. It is going to have some, they're using the term malfunctions to it. So as you picked A and B, they're saying that option B is the best choice for you at this time. Okay, sweetie?
Okay, got it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling in today. I'm so happy I was able to help.
Yeah, thank you so much for your help.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if I say your area code, please take your phone off of speaker. Nobody wants to hear background noise. And keep that phone to your mouth while we're talking, just so we can get some
Get over some stuff about putting up an event. So I put up an event. I was really excited about it. I promoted it for like a week, and then I lost energy around it. And then I wasn't promoting it for like 2-3 weeks. And then I was just saying to Spirit, hey, I think I'm going to take down the event, or, I don't know if I'm really going to do it. And then yesterday I was feeling like, hey, it feels like people are going to sign up last minute. And then yesterday someone signed up. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like into it. And now the idea is like, okay, let's sell 22.
Says a person needs to see something 6 times before they sign up for it. So if you had taken that original marketing and every single week posted it twice, you'd be sitting in a very solid place right now, okay? Just for the future and future events, just remember those statements. We can ask Spirit to do everything, but if we're not putting in our part and how many weeks out is the event from now?